All right, here we are. We are live. We are live. Cool. Let me just make sure everything is good. I always like to check the stream real quick before we get started, so I'm not just talking to myself. Boop, boop. Let's see. Uh, Let me know in the comments what you're working on right now. Today I'm going to be during this stream I'm going to show you a little bit about my kind of like my AI editing workflow. I have been diving into even more AI tools. Hold on, let me turn this light on. There's no special light. How does that look? I liked it better without it. I'd rather be in the dark than be mislit. Okay. Boom. Oops. Just checking the stream real quick. Says that I'm live. I hear my voice. Yeah, yeah. And look, it's perfect. I it's all about the the colors or the light temperature. I'm a video nerd, so that stuff bothers me if I don't do it right. So okay, so today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of take. I've been showing. So with my other channel, I've been. Hey, let me just switch over so you can see what I'm talking about. So I've been showing. Here, let me just go here. YouTube. So I have another channel. Ooh, the boys. Final season trailer. Oh my gosh, I had no idea. Um, but you can see the kind of stuff that I watch, trading and AI and yeah, and comic book stuff. There, this isn't even the right channel. This is my crypto channel. Hold on one second. I don't ever feel comfortable doing this. I never know what emails it's gonna show. Why was that on that? Oh, it's because I'm on Brave and I was doing stuff on the other browser. It doesn't even matter. That was the channel that I was that I was editing for. Okay, yeah, but you get the point. Okay, so I was working on this channel and content for this channel. I don't release as consistently as I'd like on this channel, and I'd like to release more. So what I've been doing, I didn't even. I just did a big update on my computer the other day, and it took forever. Ooh, I do see that there's. Not doing it. Just making sure that everything is good. Okay, good. So I just did an update on my Mac, and it was funny. I used Claude to organize my entire desktop. Let's actually do that real quick. I know it's off topic for this live because I'm going to be focusing on editing, but this is kind of like the whole point of what I'm trying to get at. So I can just give it. Oh, I actually have to. There's my desktop. I have to allow it. And while we're live, I'm just going to do this. So um, maybe you can see. Yeah, you can't see. Uh, Look how messy my desktop is. That's all you need to know. It wasn't messy before the live stream. It was weird, or before I did the update. And I don't know where it found all these documents, but it spewed them all over my desktop, and now it is a mess. I don't know where those files were being kept or any of that stuff. But what I could do is, can you look at the files on my desktop and organize them so they are easy to um, easy to so it is easy to find everything and everything. It is a lot of random stuff from over the years. So make it make as much sense as possible. As much sense as possible. And this is kind of like this is if you don't know what I'm using right now, I'm using Claude Cowork, which is part of Claude Code, and Claude it's required the paid plan, which is $17 if you pay for the year or $20 a month if you pay monthly. I'm probably going to switch up to the $100 plan next month. I'm just going to I signed up for this one and I'm using it. And as I scale up, I'm going to probably switch to that one. But um, let's see. So make it very clear for me. Okay, so this is kind of also the point. Like I can just set it off. It's going to go do its thing, and I can go work on my video while um, my AI agent is organizing my desktop. That yeah, it's I'm just doing it while I'm doing the other stuff. So it's great. Love it, love it. And again, so can I go that way? So you get a glimpse. I don't want to show too much stuff on there, as I don't know what random stuff. There's no personal information on there, but I just need to organize it so I could put it somewhere that's not. But I don't want to just grab everything that was just on the desktop and throw it there. So now you can see now with code, but the thing that I was doing earlier, and again, we're talking about like, I'm just to let this do its thing. See, it's actually writing the code. It's grabbing everything from my desktop, like stuff that's like 7 years old that got spewed there. I don't even know where some of this stuff is. Let's go there. It's just like a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't know. It was like random folders that I had a bunch of unorganized stuff that I guess something changed in the flat file directory and it dumped it all on my desktop. I don't know why. Okay, so what I've been doing, let me just show you this. This is a tool that I've been using with Claude to help me actually start to build videos. And I want these videos to be as automated as possible. So if you're just joining me, then what's up? What's up, Blake Wellborn? Oh yeah, I am having a good day. I just wanted to kind of share what I'm doing with kind of like, I'm trying to automate as much of my content as I can, but still have high quality. So like you got to find that balance. But I am doing great. Thanks for checking in. What's going on here? Hold on, let me see why this is not. It's not showing my other chat. That's weird. Uh, might not be able to see if you're on the 16:9 stream chat. I don't know why. Here, let me just bring it up on my phone so I'm not ignoring people. That's not the one I wanted. I'm live twice. Look at that. Am I live twice? Maybe I'm not. Maybe it only went out in 9:16. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's not important. Just happy to hang out with you guys. Cool. So what I'm doing here is I'm using code and I'm trying to edit as much through Claude Code as possible, but I do use other tools. So what I was doing before and what I'm still doing now is like I just love the fact I've been editing since the 90s and I've seen the evolution of it over time. And I've been using this tool for years now called Descript. This is Descript. And it started off as like kind of a desktop tool, like a desktop you download it locally, boom. But now it's more of a web browser, and I like it because what it will do is when I have footage, I just drop it in here, and I can just take that footage, and it will automatically upload it into the cloud. And if you do want to try it out, I have got the link on the screen and also in the description. It's Easy AI Edits. That's my affiliate link if you wanted to support the channel or if you wanted to follow along with this stuff. But this one, Remotion, this one is actually free to use. You just need to pay for the tokens in order to do it with something like with Claude and have Claude do it for you because it's making the video with code. Technically, these are doing the same thing, but you're not really, you're not really. Everything is made with code, but in this end, you're using the user interface. But with this one, you're using a chatbot in order to do it. Let's check on this real quick. Look, I've scanned everything on your desktop. 86 total items. That would have taken me forever. Here's my proposed folder structure. It's working on it. Okay. Here's how I plan to organize your desktop into set. Well, tell me. I'll come back and see if it does it. So what we have here is we have these videos, and I have like this long one that I shot. And what this is I'm actually promoting a video, a tool, another tool that I use, and it's called Algro, and it actually helps you reverse engineer the. Everybody sees these like viral short videos, but the idea with this tool is that you sign up, or you take a video channel or a channel that's doing well, and then you could come here and you could scrape the channel of all its data. I think it could only go up to 100 at a time, 100 videos at a time that you could scrape. But then you could take that JSON that it creates from it, and you can go and you could chat with Claude. Claude is a pretty Claude and Gemini I find are the best for dealing with like YouTube and these things. Gemini sometimes, if you're just putting in a YouTube link, like a link to a YouTube channel, then it yeah, it didn't go. If you're just putting a link to a YouTube channel, Gemini seems to be able to access obviously Google's data a little bit better. What I've found, but let's see. Let's say working. What are the folders? Folder names? Question mark. Didn't actually give me what I was asking. So yeah, I think that it is only streaming in vertical right now. I'm not sure. It's odd. It's all good. Let's hang out in vertical today. So personal. So there you go. Personal, crypto and blockchain, content creation, animation and film, photos, videos, music, school, software, um, installers, miscellaneous for odds. Okay. Okay. Yes. Organize it. Now it's just going to go organize, and I don't have to do this stuff all manually. It gives me a checklist right here. It's great. So again, so this tool, I can kind of reverse engineer anything. I've actually used this scraper for more than just reverse engineering. Good evening, KC Music. Great to have you here. Um, I've actually used this scraper to scrape long form videos for my other channel to try and look at what's working on other channels, so I can go reverse engineer it. Uh, and I could take that, I could drop it into something like Claude or Gemini or ChatGPT. I'm leaning more towards Gemini and Claude nowadays than ChatGPT. But now I could go here and I dropped the video footage. I actually recorded this directly in Descript they have a Descript app, which I don't know if you can see it at the bottom. I think it's cut off. Um, but they have these AI tools. And as somebody that has been editing uh, since, since it was, let's put it this way. People are spoiled, I guess is the best way that I could put it. People are insanely spoiled with editing nowadays, or any of these tools, because this video, which is currently sitting about 42 minutes long, it's a long one that I was working on. When I shot it, the footage was well over 3 hours long, well over 3 hours long. So now I need what is it? I need, like, it would have taken me forever I'd have to watch through the video live. I'd watch
Everyone
it
is watching.
and then I cut. And the majority of what takes up time when I'm editing is, in all honesty, cutting out the garbage. You shoot footage, so you say like you shot 3 hours of footage. Maybe it's an hour of footage for a shorter video, and 30 minutes of whatever it is. Maybe, getting rid of the stuff that you don't want takes up the majority of the time with editing a video. Once you're left with just the stuff that you want, then it actually really short line, like streamlines everything. And then with tools like this, it's all done in the cloud, so you don't need a fast computer. So I come down this list where it says sounds good, and for instance, this particular video, I shot it in this room. I'm visiting family. I kind of jump back and forth, but I want to make sure that I have my system going. So with this video, I'm able to hit sound. Where is it? Studio sound, and it automatically will adjust the sound of my voice. Here, I think I could actually sample it for you. So here's my voice.
Is watching these 3D skeleton shorts, but almost no one knows how to make them correct.
That doesn't sound that bad, right? That doesn't sound that bad. But if I come over here, let's click this and go over to our properties. And if I turn off studio sound, let's hear what it sounded like as that audio was recorded in my, like within my computer. So
Everyone is watching these 3D skeleton shorts, but almost
hear that? Here, there is this.
everyone is watching these 3D skeleton shorts, but almost
Is that this particular one? I believe I just used the microphone on my laptop. I didn't use a headset. I didn't use anything because I didn't have it with me. But what this was able to do, it was able to just Command Z.
everyone is watching these 3D skeleton
Save the
shorts.
audio. It was able to
Everyone is
save
watching.
the audio. So now I have audio that sounds good. Audio, like that's half the battle, right? And then I can come over here to AI tools again. And let's just go down the list. You can use edit for clarity. I find that that's good for repurposing live streams, like say this. And then you could remove filler words. This is actually I just said a filler word. All these things. We don't think about how many times we say that. And if you went through this manually every single day, it would take insane amounts of time in order to cut it out. So I could just click that. It will scan, find the filler words. There'll be a thing along the side say, do you want to remove any of these? And you could say yes or no. Then removing retakes would be, I could just say, hey, my name is Jonathan, and I mess up. Hey, my name is Jonathan, and I mess up. And maybe I say it 5 times, but what it will do is it will actually gray out all of those other ones, and then you listen to the final one, and if it's good, you just move on. And if it's not, you could just go back and listen to the ones that cut out to see if maybe one of those is the one that you wanted. But for me, it drastically cuts out a bunch of the fluff, a bunch of the extra stuff that we don't need. So that's a very, very helpful. Then next down the line, we have shorten word gap. This is also insanely helpful, shortening the word gap, because shortening the word gap, because the word gap is, when I'm editing this now while I'm shooting it, like I'm not like, I'm live right now, but if I was recording a video, I would aim to not talk when I want something cut out. So I'm kind of editing the video while I'm shooting it by just saying things, like by just using I'm talking about something right now. I'm like, I know I'm going to cut this part out. So I just keep my mouth shut. And then the AI will pick up on that dead space. And sometimes you want some of that dead space. But it's easier to add in a little tiny bit of that dead space than to actually, take it all. Let's actually just pop our head. Look at how much look at how much more organized this is. Obviously I need to clean it up a little bit more just to like organize it and put it where it needs to be. But man, that saved me so much time. Again, not to get off topic, but look, that did it. It's done. We did all of the stuff that we needed. And now I have everything organized and it's not a big mess. Fantastic. Okay, that's done. So that's kind of the idea of these AI agents. They can go and do work for me while I'm doing it. I could be live and my AI agent is going and doing other tasks for me. And I think that's the future. We have all of our employees, our AI employees. Cool. All right. So I went over kind of like the sounds good creates the audio, but then you could also do things. I noticed it doesn't work great with glasses, but there's eye contact. You could fix your eye contact. So say I'm looking at a script right here. It could shift my eyes so they face directly into the camera. There's a center active speaker that's more for like multi speakers. So if you have a podcast that you're shooting, that's what you'd use that for. Green screen, think that's pretty self-explanatory. Automatic multicam, same thing. It will automatically cut between the different, 2-camera, typically like a podcast as well. Generate image, maybe I want, like any other AI image generator, if you just want to do it locally, you could just do it here and generate it. It does take credits. There's credits that it gives you every single month for Descript. And then you could also generate a video, also takes credits. So you could decide if you want to generate it in here, use credits, or a good little hack. If you haven't done it yet, I'm not sure if I'm logged into this. I'm not the biggest overall fan of Grok. Grok images experiencing issues. Okay, see, we're working on restoring it. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of Grok overall, personally. just because it, its quality is lower that I've noticed overall. It's not, but I find it's easier to generate what I want when it comes to an image or a video, not for good reasons, just because they have so low standards on actually protecting people's intellectual property. So that's a double-edged sword where I could get the thing that I know I'm not violating, but AI goes like, "We think you're violating something," and I'm like, "I'm not violating anything. You're just not understanding what I'm asking for." And you think I am because I mentioned a comic book or whatever. You get the point. I'm trying to get an idea, but then you have to kind of, with other AI generation tools, you have to reword it to generate the exact thing that you want, but not. It's just frustrating. But if you are looking for the cheapest way to generate the videos, I do find that Grok is the cheapest way. But you could always just generate those things in the app. It just takes up credits. Blur background. Say if I want this background, so maybe I don't want you to see a bedroom behind me. Hit that button, it will blur the background. And then, of course, repurposing. We'll want to repurpose as much as we can. Create clips, highlights, basically creating shorts, highlight reels. Maybe this is like a longer video. Maybe I want to create like a bunch of 5-minute videos out of it, if it makes sense. And then, of course, there's like publish. You could create your titles. I personally would create a title before I start, shooting. And then there's summarize, which is it's just going to create a summary. These are things that you could post other places like draft show notes. I use the draft show notes all the time to create bookmarks because it will actually also look at your transcript and give you bookmarks. I do that at the end. Draft YouTube description. Again, you could do that. I typically do these steps in another tool. I'm doing them in Gemini now. Not Gemini, sorry, Claude now, just because I built kind of a YouTube brain where it updates the analytics from YouTube Studio. So now, and then it takes the important updated information and puts it into a JSON and an MD file, which an MD file is it's the same information, but it's what Claude Cowork wants, and it's the same information. And actually, MD files. Let me see if I could just show you. What is the? Oh, that just made a whole big. That's not. Now I need to get. That was okay. Oma. Um, where did it put the folders? I think that I need to find where those got moved. Okay, I gotta figure that out later. It moved some of my folders, and I don't know where they are. I hope I don't have to start all over again. Hey, let's just search. I'll figure it out later. I'm not gonna distract myself. All right. So then summarize, show notes, YouTube description, social posts. Obviously, you create posts to promote your videos, draft blog posts, brainstorm. This is like coming up with ideas, write scripts, write outlines, and rewrite. So there's a whole bunch of AI tools that just shortcut. The ones that make personally that save me the most time, in all honesty, are right here under sound good. Studio sound, if I'm doing something like we're doing right now where I'm like wearing an earbud and I'm not using the best quality audio, it is what it is. It's not bad, but then I have filler words, which I use sometimes, but sometimes I try not to use them anyways when I'm recording. But remove retakes, shorten word gap, and then occasionally studio sound are. I can't tell you how much between remove retakes and shortened word gap that this has saved me time. Like, I cannot stress that enough, how valuable these two things are if you're editing your videos. Now, again, like, I'm sure as we progress, there's going to be more and more things like Remotion that are going to give us ways to what do I say? To edit with code, directly with code, and just tell it And I'm going to be doing more videos about this. I just did that update, and I got to figure out where all that stuff went. I was working on a whole entire package and moved it. Moved it somewhere. Bad. Okay. Compose with code. Use React. Okay. Again, I'm going to get distracted if I keep on talking. Okay. So what I would do here, like this is kind of like my process of, I've already done quite a bit of work on this. I start off here. I have music that I put in here, but I'm going to probably swap out, or unless this is okay.
Everyone is watching these 3D skeletons.
So, boop, 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 boop. Okay. Make sure this doesn't cut off. Loop, loop, loop. There we go. Okay. And again, I'm not going to get through this whole thing right now. It's 45 minutes, but I could kind of show you my process. So I've already done all these other steps over here. I've cut it down, and the step that I'm at right now is I've removed word gaps, and I've done one. Have I done a full path? I've done a I don't think I've completed the whole. Have I completed? Yeah, I have. I've done a whole pass on it, and what I do when I do that pass is I'm just cutting out anything that I don't think that that AI didn't catch. It's just like a manual pass on it. I just watch through it, and then I go back and forth between this this part that has the text, because this is actually a really cool thing.
Everyone is watching.
If I didn't want this, I'm like, oh man, this is bad. Maybe skeleton shorts. If I delete that, it's deleted out of the video. And now if I played it,
But almost.
Of course I want that. And it's undo. But now
Watching these 3D skeleton shorts, but almost no one knows how to make them correct.
And personally, like, look at this. So I'm OCD about this stuff. But I can now go like, okay, that was not quite as fast of a transition as I like. And as simple as that, I just go here.
Shorts, but almost no one knows how to make them correctly. Most people believe that you need an entire animation team in order to make channels like this, but there are brand new channels bringing in.
Now, just so you understand, what I'm going to be doing is I do a pass right here
Millions of views
with all these different
like
little
this.
mini
So
animations.
today I'm going to show you the exact viral engine that I use.
The reason why I'm making these different changes right here is because I want people to have like their brain to be stimulated with the changes. There's going to be sound effects, all that stuff when it's done. And it gets people's attention. And then I'll kind of tone it down as the video goes, especially since it's a really long one.
Used to clone channels like this.
You haul 2-ton blocks in one.
And because I know that everybody wants to get started, I'm going to show you the slow free method as well as a shortcut. By the end of this video, you will know everything that you need to know in order to launch your own viral skeleton channel just like this. And these channels currently...
See, that didn't transition quite as fast as I like. So I just shorten this. And again, it's the hook at the beginning is what's going to get people to stick.
And these channels currently are monetizable on YouTube, so you can see that those views do translate into dollars. And if you do get value out of videos like this, make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It really does help tell the algorithm to share these.
See right here, what I need to do here is I need to pull that up right, huh? And now see how easy this will. So there you go. Now
tell the algorithm to share these videos.
So now when I do that,
Ring the bell, it really does.
And if I see, that was actually 2 sections right there. I just come here.
Out of videos like this, make sure that you...
I could paste attributes, and now it just has the same attribute, and I could play it.
Value out of videos like this, make sure...
And I'm OCD about this. I don't like commas in my closed captions. I just delete
videos like this. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. It really does help tell the algorithm to share these videos with more people so they can find more ways like making short-form content that makes them passive income with AI. Alright, so let's dive in and let's create one of these AI skeleton videos. So an important thing to note is that there is always a free method to do things and there is always a paid method. When you are
So most of this part, what I'll do is I will
down the free route.
I will go through the whole thing and add the video transitions, because like I could zoom in on this. It doesn't have to be.
Method. When you are going down the free route, you are going to spend more time doing the process. The quality may not be as good, but it will be free. And then there's always a paid method that shortcuts it and you buy back your time, and it usually is higher quality. So you're gonna have to decide if you want to take the free method, if you want to take the paid method, or somewhere in between. I'm gonna go ahead and an important thing to note.
And what I could be like, copy that, and if I wanted to go down here,
An important thing to note is that when you are going,
I could easily just do that, or you could also just paste the whole entire thing. But now I have a boop 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 boop, something like that, and change it up.
when you are going down the free route, you are going to spend more time doing the process. The quality may not be as good, but it will be free. And then there's always a paid method that shortcuts it and you buy back your.
I don't need that. Those
Good, but it will be free. And then there's always a paid method that shortcuts it and you buy back your time, and it usually is higher quality. So you're gonna have to decide if you want to take the free method, if you want to take the paid method, or somewhere in between. I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to show you both methods so you can pick what works best for you.
Everybody to know that I watch TED Talks. Everybody to know that I watch TED Talks. I've been outed by TED.
You. If I ever mention something,
So this things like this. This is just me being OCD as well. I don't like
for you. If I ever mention
zoom.
something,
I could also do. I like the cross zoom, and I like. Oh, it's already set to 0.4 seconds.
Best for you. If I ever mention,
and I'll add like a sound effect. So I'll do that in one last pass. When this is all done, and I just watch through the entire video like this, I just go and I can do one last pass with sound effects, and I just like paste in here, and then I'll be able to do, I'll be able to give it some dynamics.
Mention something like a resource that you could use, you can go and find that at AI Profit Checklist.
That's like my landing page. That's the point of monetization, AIProfitChecklist.com. It's also here, like on my thing. It gives people access quite literally just to this Google Sheet. It's a very easy way. If you wanted to, there's a start list now, which is my high level affiliate. If you wanted to go through, or you can go get it at the checklist. But if you go down this funnel, or like build this, you can kind of copy a lot of the stuff that I do. And then also like AI shorts. These are prompts to help build AI shorts with tools like Algro. If you wanted to shortcut it, and you need some of that for Algro. I needed those prompts anyways. Yeah, I think it's great. So AI Profit Checklist.
In there, you will find a whole bunch of prompts that will shortcut doing this manually, as well as making it easier when you're doing the automated version. The best place to.
So one thing about that is like, people anybody could pause this. I understand, and they could screenshot these prompts and not come and opt in, which is fine. If you want to go through the trouble of screenshotting this and not sending me the prompt, then that's great. Do you? But my time, like, I'd rather just get it. But if you want to screenshot it, people can do that. And here's the thing: if somebody pauses this to take a screenshot, it's going to cause YouTube to see that you paused it. So
the automated version.
So what
in there, you will find a whole bunch of prompts.
So what I might want to do is this. So they don't have as much time to screenshot it now. And I'm going to crop. So what I've done is they could still go ahead and grab it right here. It's fine.
There you will find a whole bunch of prompts that will shortcut.
But now part of it's cropped off. So if they want to get the whole thing, they either need to go to my AIProfitChecklist.com, go give me their opt-in, because if you go here,
you'll find a whole bunch of prompts.
If you do that, it's AI, just a landing page, simple. Super simple, nothing special. So, okay.
that will shortcut doing this manually, as well as making it easier when you're doing the automated version. The best place to start is at the beginning. So with step 1, we are starting with the research. You need to research.
Let's see. Can I? This is always an easy way to do this. Boom! Look at this. I just find that adding these little changes like this gives it a little bit of dynamic. Like this is more interesting to me than just a static image.
Research. You need to research.
See, that's too long. Those little things I catch like that. I like high retention editing.
You need to research the topic, whether you are starting a brand new YouTube channel or you are just researching your next video. If you're going to do your research the manual way, all that you need to grab is a Chrome-based browser and open up a private tab. Once you open up your private...
How about this? Look at this. Let's do this real quick since I'm thinking about it. I could say I mentioned Chrome. I want to do this. Look at this. So I come here. I like coming over to the Giphy stickers. Giphy or Jiffy? I've heard that it's that it could be either. That's what I've heard. What is this? I put Chrome. Oh, Chrome. I don't know. You know, I don't think they have a Chrome logo in here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just if you know what this is, then you know what this is. Let's see how this looks.
grab is a Chrome-based browser.
Here, let's do this in an animation. This guy's gonna come in here. How about you scale? Let's see how this looks now.
A Chrome-based browser and open up a private tab. Once you open up your private browser tab or your incognito window, you just need to go over to youtube.com. Now you are on YouTube.
And that's another thing. If you see, I don't know if you, I kind of just put
Chrome-based browser
the browser on its own, or the
Once you
URL
open up your private browser tab or your incognito window, you just need to go over to youtube.com. Now you are on YouTube on a completely blank algorithm. You are not signed.
Give me a sticker for this one. That's fine right there in the middle anyways. Perfect.
To youtube.com. Now to youtube.com. To youtube.com.
Let's see how that
Go
looks.
over to youtube.com. Now you are on YouTube on a completely blank algorithm. You are not signed in, and it has no idea what you have viewed. You are not signed in, and it has no idea what you have viewed before. Just come up here to where,
So now, so just come
where it says Shorts, and now.
So I like making things clear. So personally, you don't have to go as cray as me on these things, but I like making it very, in my tutorial videos that I do, very clear.
And it has no idea what you have viewed before. Just come up here to where it says Shorts. And now the part where you actually need to put a little bit of time in, you need to start watching through these shorts, scroll through them, find out if there's patterns of videos that are consistently showing up in your feed. You may be scrolling for hours until you find your feed. You may be scrolling for hours until you find the topic that you want to make your own AI version of. And it also has to be a type of video that can be remade with AI. You are going to want to look for channels that are relatively new, because then it will increase the chance that you're going to be able to go viral on.
Let me just check one thing. I'm thinking this background music is just a little too high. So Yeah, definitely too high. Let's put it at 50% and see how it sounds.
Increase the chance that you're going to be able to go viral on the same topic. And again, today our goal is to build a brand new channel that goes viral and makes us passive income. I'm going to go ahead and use a paid tool called Algro, which really does help with the research and creating the content. Just go to the link in the description of this video and...
So I like telling people, link in description. And I found that they're better over here. Which one was the good one? So there we go. Then for this, you just come here, you go to effects, add an effect, chroma key, and boom, you got the background. I'm gonna pull this down, Hall. And also pull that up a little bit. And let's take a look.
Just go to the link in the description of this video and follow along with Algro. And personally,
I don't think I don't think this one's going to work as well as I thought it would, just because it's going too slow. I need something faster. It's okay. Let's try this one. Okay. Well, that would do it. Need the... Ow. Okay. That's how that looks.
just go to the link in the description of this video and follow along with Algro. And personally, I do really feel like it is the easiest way to research and create viral videos. So once you have your account, just come up here to where it says go to...
The audio glitched with the background music. Oh, I'll have to fix it.
profitchecklist.com. I crafted them for Gemini, but they should work in other chatbots. Storyboard. Storyboarding is...
Ah, I skipped like 20 minutes there.
For each of those chunks, we are going to create...
Okay. But I hope that you're getting a good idea of what I'm doing. So I just go through this. This is this part of the reason why I've been like looking at ways to use things like Remotion in order to generate more videos with AI, like full on videos with AI. You know, I think there is a lot of value in editing these yourself. I don't think that AI would create quite the same thing that I'm creating here, but you know, it's all good. So let's get a couple minutes into this, and then
automated version. The best place to start is at the beginning. So with step 1, we are starting with the research. You need to research the topic, whether you are starting a brand new YouTube channel or you are just researching your next video. If you're going to do your research the manual way, all that you need to grab is a Chrome-based browser and open up a private tab. Once you open up your private browser tab or your incognito window, you just need to go over to youtube.com. Now you are on YouTube on a completely... your private browser tab or your incognito window.
You always know that it's a spam caller when I'm in the United States, when it says +1, because I don't know about you, but I don't ever put my country code in every time that I call, and if it shows it, it means the computer dialed your phone number. Bad phone.
your private browser tab or your incognito window, you just need to go over to youtube.com. Now you are on YouTube on a completely blank algorithm. You are not signed in, and it has no idea what you have viewed before. Just come up here to where it says Shorts, and now the part where you actually need to put a little bit of time in. You need to start watching through these shorts, scroll through them, find out if there's patterns of videos that are consistently showing up in your feed. You may be scrolling for hours until you find the topic that you want to make your own AI version of. And it also has to be a type of video that can be remade with AI. You are going to want to look for channels that are relatively new, because then it will increase the chance that you're going to be able to go viral on the same topic. And again, today our goal is to build a brand new channel that goes viral and makes us passive income. I'm going to go ahead and use a paid tool called Algro, which really does help with the research and creating the content. Just go to the link in the description of this video and follow along with Algro. And personally, I do really feel like it is the easiest way to research and create viral videos. So once you have your account, just come up here to where it says Go to Channels. And once you are in Algro, there is this tab on the left-hand side called Research, and we can research all sorts of different types of channels, shorts channels, long
See, this is the kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff I like to zoom in.
To the link in the description of this video and follow along with Algro. And personally, I do really feel like it is the easiest way to research and create viral videos. So once you have your account, just come up here to where it says Go.
And this is like super easy stuff that I could do. Like now, I just zoom in a little bit.
Your account, just come up here to where it says Go to Channels, and once you are in Algro, there is this tab on the left-hand side.
There's this tab on the left-hand side. Super easy to do. Zoom in, boom, boom. Called Research. This tab along the left-hand side.
In Algro, there is this tab on the left-hand side called Research, and we can research all sorts of different types of channels, shorts channels, long-form saved channels that we are researching, trending channels, viral videos. We could find a particular channel with a screenshot, similar channels, and we could also scrape our content, and we're going to get to that in just a minute. But all we need to look at right now is the Shorts channel tab. Similar to us watching these shorts in incognito mode, Algro is going to show
So there we go.
that in just a minute. But all we need to look at right now is the Shorts channel.
So this is so I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So I'll just go here. I'm just going to make it go to like 9,000, which is just a little bit more, maybe 10. Let's do 10. And then I just come here just to draw people's eyes. So you'll see what I
We're
mean.
going to get to that in just a minute. But all we need to look at right now.
And again, I like high retention.
But all we need to look at right now is the Shorts channel tab. Similar to us watching these shorts in incognito mode, Algro is going to show.
There you go. Look, it's going to be under 42 minutes by the time that we're done with this live stream. I'm not going to finish this all right now. I just kind of wanted to show you kind of the layout, like everything.
Algro is going to show us a whole bunch of channels that are.
I do also know that the transcription does not like to
Incognito mode. Algro is going to show
I'll
us
go correctly. There we go.
Incognito mode. Algro is going to show us a whole bunch of channels that are already going viral, and then we could actually filter it down so we only see the channels that we want. I already have 3 different filters on. I don't want to see stuff that is too old. I don't want to see things that have less than 50,000 views, and so on and so forth. You're going to need to play around with this and find exactly the channel that you want, but I'd say make sure that it's not too old of a channel and that it's getting views. And at that point, just like on the...
There's one of those commas I don't like. I could filter them all out, but then it takes out like commas from like numbers like this.
Just like on the YouTube Shorts feed, you just scroll through this until you find videos that are doing well, that aren't that old, that you could reduplicate with AI. We have one 522,000 average views.
And I just add like different, I just adjust the
We have one 522.
There we go. Let's just make this 10,000 again. I can just zoom over here and you can see the numbers. Easy peasy, right? Mm-hmm. Come on. Mm-hmm. I want to get through 5 minutes of this.
Reduplicate with AI. We have one 522,000 average views and a total of 5.74 million views. Beast Entertainment, 372.
How about this? So if I want to just duplicate it, I don't want to like zoom in or do any of that stuff. Just hit copy, go back over here, paste, attributes.
Beast Entertainment, 372,000 is the average view per video, and it's got 5.95 million views and only 16 videos. And you're just going to scroll through this until you find a video channel that you want to duplicate. Look at this one, 2 videos and over a million.
So let's just grab this, zoom in again. See, I don't want to like do any additional work over what I have to.
Until you find a video channel that you want to duplicate. Look at this one, 2 videos and over a million views on each one. Crazy. Once I have found 2 videos and over a million views on each one. Crazy. Once I have found a couple of channels that I want to emulate, I can just take a couple of their scripts or some of the information from their channel, paste it into Gemini, and kind of have an idea of what I want my video to be. Once you have decided you're going to want to go and create a YouTube channel, you could either create one with its own Gmail account or...
So like this is a good, so I'm at 5 minutes, but you could always grab these, or you could always like, another way you could do this is you could program in save a template, or basically save a, right here, you can go here and say, overlays, or the layout, paste the layout, but it would also adjust the background too, not just the camera. So you do whatever works for you, but
decided you're going to want to go and create a YouTube channel, you could either create one with its own Gmail account or...
So I just wanted to paste this, mix it up a bit with that.
Into Gemini, and kind of have an idea of what I want my video to be. Once you have decided you're going to want to go and create a YouTube channel, you could either create one with its own Gmail account or email address, or you could create multiple brand accounts connected to one Gmail, but just keep in mind that if anything ever happens to your monetization,
I want it to be clear, informative.
multiple brand accounts connected to one Gmail.
Email. Oops. And I hope that you realize, so I'm about 4 minutes or 5 minutes into the video right now. And the only thing is, like, this is, I'm making a beast right now, something that's
So
like
by this point, we have
20 minutes long.
YouTube channel that is connected to a Gmail. It puts all the other channels connected to that email at risk. So personally, if a channel is doing well, I would try to be. Once you have decided you're going to want to go...
See, that was a little slower than I want.
Once you have decided you're going to want to go and create a YouTube channel, you could either create one with its own Gmail account or email address, or you could create multiple brand accounts connected to one Gmail. But just keep in mind that if anything ever happens to your monetization on one channel that is connected to a Gmail, it puts all the other channels connected to that email at risk. So personally, if a channel is doing well, I would try and keep it on a separate email account. But when you have decided
Boom. Okay.
the other channels connected to that email at risk. So personally, if a channel is doing well, I would try and keep it on a separate email account. But when you have decided on the type of video that you want to reverse engineer, you could come over here to whatever chatbot you choose. I'm using Gemini right now, and then you can come up with some ideas for your YouTube channel name and go and grab that title and handle over on YouTube. I'm not going to dive too deep into how to start a new YouTube channel in this video, but I did make a video on how to do that, and I will link
Oh.
the description. So by this point, we have
Boom.
video on how to do that, and I will link it in the description. So by this point, we have decided on a YouTube channel name, we have decided on our niche, we found a viral video topic either by going through the YouTube Shorts feed or by using a tool like Algro to shortcut it. And again, this could take a long time for you to find one topic, so tools like Algro really do save a lot of time. And now on to the next step, which is viral data scraping.
So if I wanted to, I could also add in a title here.
On to the next step.
I just go to elements and add text if I wanted to. So okay. Maybe make that like 150. Let's see if that fits. I want it to be a title, but I want it to be on one line. So maybe 100? Not 500. Or 900 even. Yeah. Viral data scraping. Let's see. Oh, where's the thing? So you could pick your font. I usually do. That's not what I said. I said this. And then make it centered. I think now I could actually make it a little bit bigger. You could always do this in another tool as well, but it's all. Let's see. Effects. Shadow. That makes it easier. Add effects. You can come down to properties. And once we do this once, we won't need to adjust anything. So the color is yellow? No, white. I see what it was doing. Well, I'll play around with this a little bit more, but you could do an animation. Say like I want it to slide in. Slide? Where's the slide? Slide. And I may go from left to right. And then maybe I want it to exit at the end. Do an animation. An animation on out. Slide. Let's have it go that way. So now, when this happens, I can like.
Time. And now on to the next step, which is viral data scraping. What do I step, which is viral which is viral data scraping. What do I mean by
actually like that.
is viral data scraping. What do I mean by
I might adjust the color, but see, I'll add sound effects.
viral data scraping? What do I mean
Got you to pay
by
attention to
viral
it.
data scraping? Is we are going to go.
Again, I don't need people to see my. But you can see how easily you can get through all of these. I think people get lazy when they are creating
What
this
do
stuff.
I mean by scraping? What do I mean by viral data scraping? Is we are going to go and scrape all the data from these YouTube channels so we can go learn what makes them successful so we can reverse engineer it. There is a manual and automated way. I'm going to show you both ways right now. For the manual way,
And if you're watching this and you're like, this stuff sounds interesting, you don't have to. You don't have to wait until it's done. I already have a video that's up on my channel about this stuff. So if you're interested,
for the manual way, you will go to the YouTube channel itself, like I am right here on Jerry the Skelly. Now you would just go over to the channel. I like to give it as much data as possible, so what you need to do at this point is you will open up the video, and then you come up to these three dots right here.
So again, this is like the zooming parts that I give it some extra value. Yeah. Where are all these?
Scraping. What do I mean by I like to give it as much data as possible, so what you need to do at this point is you will open up the video, and then you come up to these three.
You open up the video.
And then you come up to these three dots. The video, and then you come up to these three dots.
There you go. I ended up going longer. I said only 5 minutes. I'm almost at 7. How dare I? I like it being very clear. These 3 dots.
These three dots right here at the top of the video. And then you click on description. And then we are going to grab whatever data it has right here. We're going to grab the title. So it'd be Life as a Doctor.
You see how if you were doing like a 10-minute video, you'd nearly be done. Just add some sound effects.
We're going to grab the
I'm just
title.
doing
So it'd
4
be Life
videos.
as a Doctor.
Doing 4 videos in one. Why is it still downloading a font? I don't know what's going on. It's downloading something here. I need this for now.
We are going to grab whatever data it has right here. We're going to grab the title. Whatever data it has right here. We're going to grab the title. So it'd be Life as a Doctor during medieval Europe. And then we come over to our text. Europe, and then we come over to our text document, paste it in, then I grab the likes. the likes, paste it in here. Grab the likes, paste it in here. I'm going to grab the views.
All right.
Paste it in here. I'm going to grab the views, paste it in there. How long ago? Grab the views, paste it in there. How long ago it was posted. In there. How long ago it was posted. Paste it in.
Yeah, it was a little slow for me.
Paste it in there.
There.
Was posted, paste it in there, and then I also want to go ahead and grab the transcript. I find that the easiest way to grab that is just click share. Click share, grab the link. Click share, grab the link, and you can use
And grab the link.
and you can use whichever one you like, but I'm using Tactic, and I can just paste in
There's a bunch of
the
them that are
URL
good.
for the video, hit get. You can use whichever one you like, but I'm using Tactic, and I can just paste in the URL for the video, hit get transcript, hit video, hit get transcript, and if there is a transcript that's already generated, then it will show up here. Hit copy, go hit copy, go back over to your text edit file, paste in, and one video is done. You can format it however you like. It doesn't really matter as long as it gets the information. But now what you need to do is go back and do this for the next. Need to do is go back and do this for the next video. Again, now what you need to do is go back and do this for the next video. Again, 3 dots. Again, 3 dots, description. Again, 3 dots, description, grab title, grab the title, grab the like. Title, grab the likes, the views, when it was posted, and then grab the link. grab the link, and then come over here and grab the
I don't know why they think that point
link,
is.
and then come over here and grab the transcript. And that is the free method. You can do that 100%.
Let's see what we're at. Showed you the free method, but the other one is the. So what are we at? 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Let me just grab this. It's easier just to find this real quick. Copy. And you just do that stuff. Like, it's not that hard to get through this stuff pretty quick. It does take a little bit of time still, and that's part of the reason why I'm trying to
Now,
do as much of this stuff, replace it with as many AI automations as I can, because it still does take some time to edit.
and that is the free method. You can do that 100% free. You need to do that for every single video, and you also probably should be doing that every time that you are reverse engineering a channel. You want to update things like how long it's been posted, how many views it's gotten, and how many likes it's gotten. Now, if I was going to
So one of the downsides to doing it this way, streaming like this, or using Descript, is sometimes it lags in the servers on their end.
grab the transcript. And that is the free method. You can do that 100% free. You need to do that for every single video. And you also probably should be doing that every time that you are reverse engineering a channel. You want to update things like how long it's been posted, how many views it's gotten, and how many likes it's gotten. Now, if I was how long it's been posted, how many views it's gotten, and how many likes it's gotten. Now, if I was going to do this the lazy way, the shortcut
I'm bad at stopping when I say I'm going to stop.
way, I would use, again, a tool like Algro. I'm just going to grab the URL, and then I'm going to come back over to Algro. I'm just going to grab the URL, and then
All right.
I'm going to come back over to Algro. I'm going to come down to this.
You get the idea of what I'm doing.
Tool at the bottom.
Well, there you go. So, I mean, I said I was going to go through 5 minutes, and I went through 8. But cool. I hope that you understand what I'm doing. So I'm using AI to help me This was like over 3 hours of footage. It's going to end up being like a 40-minute video. But if you're making like 10-minute videos, you can make videos pretty quick with this. It cleans up the video. It does that, and AI is helping you. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff where I'm playing around with Remotion with things like Claude to help me automatically do that stuff. So again, thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know if you want me to do more streams like this, where I am live creating content. I've been doing some showing you what I'm doing with code to create content. And also using tools like Algro, which is actually a very helpful tool. If you don't use, if I'm not just, I'm only pointed out, I stumbled upon it, and it's got a great developer. It's got a great community behind it. It's a great tool. So if you're looking for a way to, reverse engineer those AI videos that you see showing up on TikTok and YouTube and Reels and stuff like that, then this is a great way to do it. So again, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I will see you in the next stream or the next upload, or come hang out with me on Threads. I'm posting there a lot recently. But yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, peace out. Bye.